Good afternoon, everyone. On Sunday, the 18th of December, just after midnight, emergency medical services staff were flagged down by a group of individuals who were reporting assault that had just occurred to an individual in and around the area of York and University Avenue. When emergency medical services staff commenced medical intervention, they realized that the victim had suffered what were described as stab wounds. As a result of that, that individual was transported to a nearby hospital and unfortunately succumbed to his injuries. As the investigation unfolded, it was learned very early on that the suspects involved in this were being described as 8 young females. And as a result of quick work by officers in 52 Division, these females were able to be located and apprehended and were subsequently brought to 52 Division, where they faced a charge and are facing a charge of second-degree murder in relation to the death of a now 59-year-old male who is a resident of Toronto. I cannot release his name at this point because we are still taking steps to notify members of his next of kin, but we will be releasing it at some time in the future. These 8 females range in age from 13 to 16, 3 of them being 13, 3 of them being 14, and 2 of them being 16 years of age. They have already made their first appearance in court. They are remanded into custody and will be returning again on the 29th of December for the next court appearance. We're seeking the public's assistance in trying to gather as much evidence as possible. Obviously, we have done a video canvass as well as a canvass for witnesses in the area. What we can tell you factually right now is that we believe this group of 8 young ladies attended the area at least by 10:30 on the 17th of December. We have information to believe that this same group of 8 young women were involved in an altercation earlier before becoming involved in this altercation. So if anyone was in the area of York University, Front Street, in that general area sometime after 10 p.m. on the 17th into the 18th, we'd like to speak to you if in fact you may have had interaction with this group of 8. I think they would be easily identifiable because these 2 interactions involved what would be described as criminal behavior. So if you were a victim or had contact with these individuals, we'd like to hear from you. Subject to questions.
Is this like a girl game?
So what we've gleaned so far is that these 8 individuals, from what we've gathered so far, is that they met each other through social media. They come from varying parts of the city. That is to say, they are not from one specific geographic location. We don't know how or why they met on that evening and why the destination was downtown Toronto. We don't know how long they've been acquainted together with each other, but I wouldn't describe them as a gang at this point. But what they are alleged to have occurred that evening would be consistent with what we traditionally call a swarming or swarming type behavior.
Were any of them, or are any of them known to the police?
3 of them have had prior contact with the Toronto with police services, but aside from that, the other 5 have had no contact with police whatsoever.
Was the victim in this a homeless individual?
The 59-year-old victim is currently living in the shelter system, but had only been recently moving into the shelter system, so late fall he'd gotten there. He does have a very supportive family in the area, so I wouldn't necessarily call him homeless, maybe just recently on some hard luck. I can tell you that a number of weapons were secured as well, a subject or incident to arrest. I won't get into what those weapons were, but we did secure a number of weapons in regards to these individuals. When you see the media release, you will see a link that is attached to that media release. That's for anyone that may have any video whatsoever. When you go to that link, you can upload any video that you might have, and that goes directly to our evidence section. So please have a look at the link. If you have something, please share that with us because we would like to get any and all information available.
Any other questions? No? Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.